to each and every one of you for being here today. I'm Justice Allison Riggs, and I am your North Carolina Supreme Court Associate Justice. In 2024, you elected me to keep my seat on the North Carolina Supreme Court. You elected me to, pursuant to the oath I took, defend and uphold the Constitution and the rule of law. That is what I have done my entire career, and it is what I am doing today on the bench. Thank you for putting your trust in me. And now I am counting on your help to help me protect the rights of military and overseas voters serving our country. This fight is personal for me. This fight is about my family. My dad served 30 years in uniform. He ran a hospital where he treated young people, service members injured in Iraq, and his job was to hold their hands during the hardest days of their life and to get them stable enough to get them home to their families. My brother also served in uniform. He flew Black Hawk helicopters in Afghanistan. I know firsthand what it feels like to worry about your loved one as they sacrifice for our country. I know the strain it puts on families, not the families of the people deployed, including the people who are deployed. I had that conversation with my dad's battle buddy, who looked me in the eye and said, I will make sure that Captain Riggs gets back to his 4 children. And I know that when people make that sacrifice, they come back differently too. And they need our love and our support from their families and from their leaders in government. So I'm standing here today as your Supreme Court Justice, but also as a daughter, a sister, and a proud North Carolinian who is committed to standing up for our service members and their families, just like they stand up for us. And now, military voters and other overseas voters are at risk of having their voices silenced and their votes thrown out. Just last week, the North Carolina Supreme Court ordered the selective and presumptive disenfranchisement of thousands of voters serving our country. People in uniform, people on bases domestically and abroad. My parents were among the 60,000 voters previously challenged, and I am gratified that 5 months after an election, their lawful votes are going to count. But hear me when I say this. It is no more acceptable to only disenfranchise a few thousand people instead of 65,000 people, right? Our Constitution demands equal protection and equal treatment under the law. And those who raise their hand and get first in line to serve our country should not now be first in line to have their votes tossed. I stand here today and promise you, I will not let one single voter slip through the cracks. I will not give up on my fight to protect those fighting for us. Now I know you're all wondering, what's next? Where do we go from here? As soon as that ruling came down on Friday, my legal team was already moving in federal court. This ruling cannot stand, and we will fight it tooth and nail. And we're going to fight as long as it takes to protect voters and the rule of law. And don't think that the irony of a former voting rights attorney being in this position has ever escaped me. But you know what? In some ways, I was made for this fight. Before I joined the bench, I spent 14 years as a civil rights attorney defending the fundamental freedoms of every North Carolinian, especially the precious right to vote. I took these fights from the ground all the way up to the United States Supreme Court. This is a fight for which I am experienced and prepared. This is a fight I am ready to lead and to win. I am so honored. I am so honored by your trust in me. I am so honored by your trust in me, but I want you to hear this. I trust you too. I know that North Carolinians, we have a proud tradition of military service. We are proud to lead the nation in people willing to stand up and serve their country. And we will fight for them. I know that many of you jumped into action in November during the post-election cure process to make sure that thousands of voters had the information that they needed to make sure their vote counted. You did that. And I know that you are prepared to do it again. We will reach every voter at risk. This is who North Carolina is, this right here. And I am so proud to be standing with you in this moment, because you know this is a time when it is hard to feel hopeful. I know it. We see national politicians using this race as a test case to overturn elections if the people in power don't like who won. If we lose here, people who don't love the precious right to vote like we do, they will use this as a playbook over and over again all across this country to try to overturn elections they don't like. But you know what, y'all? This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that when politicians try to take power from people, the people rise up. The people speak in one unified the country are on us now. They're on you now. And we have a chance to show America what it means to fight hard. We have an opportunity to show America what it means to stand strong in our values. To show them what it means to refuse to be bullied and to refuse to be intimidated. To stand up for ourselves and stand up for each other. I promise you. I promise you that I am not intimidated by the enormity of this challenge. I will not back down. And we won this election in November,